Great, thank you, Anna, from some great words to lead us off this morning. We're going to do a quick transition here as we bring up our next keynote. So I'd like to introduce Dr. David Beck from the United States Space Force. So, David?
I don't know if I can beat that. I tell you, that enthusiasm she got, you can't train that in a university class and you can't get on a job. So nice to meet everybody. I'm one of the 9,600 people that represent the United States Space Force on our 5-year mission to go out and do great things in national security. So today I'll give you a little overview about Space Systems Command, but give you about 5 minutes about myself. I am the Space Industrial Base Principal for Space Force Systems Command. I am the Acting Deputy Division Chief for Enabling Capabilities Office, also the Branch Chief for Capability Assessment. That incurs S&T, Technology Transition, TRL 1 through 9, also opportunities to build small businesses within the space sector. To build not just businesses, build opportunities. Build education connected to universities, build economies, build space, because space is hard, right? It's very hard. We all know that. So that's why we say start here. Space starts here. Next slide. So our mission is SSC is to develop, acquire, equip, and sustain lethal and resilient space capabilities. I know that sounds very harsh in this environment because we're at a university, but there's a lot of things going on outside this room that we have to be capable and sustainable for. Our vision is to leverage partnerships, innovation to deter and dominate any future contests in space. As you guys know, beyond the science fiction rhetoric we see on TV since we're kids and love of space that we have in this room and other areas of technology, there's a lot of things going on that dominate that contest. People are constantly finding ways to outdo each other. Next slide. So this is the operations for U.S. Space Force Organization. Chief of Space Operations, Space Force Headquarters Staff, Pentagon. Space Operations, which is known as SPOC, headquartered out of Colorado. Space System Command, Los Angeles Air Force Base, Los Angeles Space Force Base, which I work at, and then Space Training Readiness Command, STARCOM. These three organizations make up Space Force a lot of different, really important opportunities and national security collaboration. And I say collaboration with a very deep rhetoric because we're all about collaborating this adversary threatened industry in which we work in. Beyond that, we have responsibility for organizing, training, equipping, and presenting field space forces on the SPOC in our office, in our command, responsible for developing, acquiring, equipping, fielding, and sustaining lethal resilient space capabilities with program offices. We have PEOs for several different perspectives of space, which will be in the current slides coming forward. And also for STARCOM, they're responsible for lethality, for developing combat-ready space forces, space warfighting capabilities, and expertise. Next slide. So the PO for space sensing. I won't read everything on the slide, but we work with SSC, we are SSC. We work with NDA, SDA, NRO, all our different partners, and also with NOAA in doing space surveillance and tactical environmental surveillance systems. PO for military communications, positioning, navigation, and timing. So that's one of the things that I think people don't really understand how important Space Force is. When they broke off Space Force from Air Force, SMC, which was the Material Command, they incorporated bringing over navigation and timing, which included what? Navigation satellite systems. Your GPS on your phones, your computers, your offices, your home venues, your resort areas around the world. Everything is working directly and useful because of Space Force. Our PO for battle management, command, controls, and communications work with all the cross-functional organizations within DoD, outside of DoD for information mobility, space domain awareness, which is everybody's responsibility, and also combat power PEO, and also assured access to space for space launch systems. Everything that launches on SpaceX goes through assured access to space program office. So also, we have Space Systems Integration Office, in which I'm part of. So a little bit about me. I came from Navy. I was a PEO for submarine warfare systems. So you've probably seen the news, this little drone that comes out of submarine that goes up in space and does some really cool stuff. I was a program manager for that. I did payload systems, all kind of S&T stuff I can't talk about here in this setting, but it's all about integrating, taking space, water, land, and putting it in one setting. That's been my career, automotive engineering, science, whatever. I love it. So Warfighter Integration Office, those guys are looking at how the warfighters underground, in space, in air are working together for the best technology innovation. International affairs. So anytime we do a cooperation meeting with universities, NSF, all those different organizations which tie into international science and technology, that's Integration Office. And of course, Commercial Services Office, which is where SpaceWorks works under. Commercial Services Office ties in everything from, let's find a stargazer program that NSF made a sponsor. They're going through a TRO 3. We want to bring it to a TRO 8. Maybe a new supplier wants to buy it when it gets to a better level of understanding. That what Commercial Space Office is going in to buy it, look at that, fund it, and bring it to the warfighter. Next slide, please. I think I'm about to wrap it up. But this is my office. So we go through a lot of different nomenclatures. I think we like to use A, B, C, D, BZY, BZO. So BZY is Enabling Technology Capabilities Office. What we do is we accelerate technology that the warfighter needs. We also, our very deep and understanding job is to develop and maintain S&T strategies. So S&T is not just, let's build something, put it under contract and work it. It's about what our key speaker said today, 15, 20, 25 years, 35 years, when everybody in this room is gone, will that technology be viable to protect, to innovate, to educate, to build? That's what it's all about. Sometimes, we look at things today, how things apply today. If we can go build or buy something at the store from a COT standpoint, that's great, put it in space, but is it protected for 10 or 15 years later? Can it be built? Can it be adversarially challenged that it won't be interpreted by foreign adversaries? Things like that. When we're in current technology transition, that's part of my job. So transition technology, we work with SpaceWorks, Air Force Works, NSF transition programs, stuff with Army, Navy. We work with everybody. So we work with NOAA, we work with NASA, DARPA. Everybody works with us on that stuff. So we're trying to get into a community effort of working together. So that's me, Produce Tech Demand Signal. My colleague, Dr. Roberta Ewart, is a very, 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 very engaged person in quantum in terms of quantum on micromobility in space, technology, as well as technologies that look at persuasives in the education of space, and how we can demand signal can be met with that, and best fit for technology. So she takes the technology and then she makes it work. So she doesn't deal with the technology at a lower level. She deals with it ready to be put under contract and stuff that we can actually be viable in space. And then my other colleague, he facilitates tech transitions. His job is tech transitions, looking at supply base, looking at the book of needs. So the book of needs is a book within the Air Force and Space Force to look at technologies from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years in the future. Like our keynote speaker said, things that we do not know we can even make, but there's opportunities to innovate, educate, and accelerate. So that's our office. We're a part of several systems within SSIO, SSC, that look at different capabilities with technology, digital assets. Next slide. So that's all I got. I can't really get deep into what we do because I'm not been okay to say certain things. So yeah, space starts here. If you got any questions, please reach out and let me know. Thank you.